doing well. Welcome to a special edition of the Beer Knits podcast where I will be talking about all things Rhinebeck. Why? Because I kind of sorta went, as you can see from my souvenir t-shirt that I've been wearing today. So yesterday I left my house at around 5:30 in the morning. My alarm went off at 4:30 and I got ready basically in the dark. Wasn't entirely sure what I looked like when I left and was able to leave around 5:30 in the morning. I got there at 8:15, which really wasn't that bad. I made pretty good time getting out there. And the festival opened at 9 and I kind of met up with a few people you may know, namely Erin of Gimme Yarn 418 and Terry Tinsel and Zoe from 24 Karat Crochet. So that was exciting. I got to hang out with them for most of the day and just had an overall good time. I don't know what else to say about it. It was just fantastic. It was like gorgeous weather. It was kind of chilly, so being knitters, that was kind of perfect weather for us because we actually got to wear our stuff. I had my exploration station on, and so did a lot of other people. I kept recognizing it, and seeing all the different colors everyone chose was amazing. It's a little different than seeing it, you know, on a Ravelry page and seeing them that way. It's nice to see everyone wearing their stuff. I didn't finish my Ann sweater in time, so that's why I wore that. But it was beautiful weather, like perfect blue skies with puffy clouds and beautiful red and orange and yellow trees that Terry got lost in from time to time. And I don't know, it was really great. Very crowded, but in a good way. And I will get on to what you probably want to see, which are all the yummies that I bought while I was there. The first booth that we stopped at was Blue Moon Fiber Arts, home of Socks That Rock, and I would have bought them out if I could. At one point I was saying I was just going to pick up the display and take it to the checkout, but my wallet wouldn't have permitted me to do that. So the first thing that I got was this one. This is in medium weight, and it's really gorgeous. Totally my palette, all jewel tones. It's called Fire on the Mountain. You get 405 yards. It's 6 ounces, 100% superwash merino. And I love it. It's beautiful. Then another one that I got was this one called Shabby Chic Oasis. And I just really liked, I don't know, maybe because it was the fall weather, I liked a lot of reds and yellows and oranges together, so I kept being drawn to those colors in particular, like on this one. I don't know what was going on there, but yeah, I thought this was really pretty. And this is lightweight. And then another one that I got in lightweight was the Rhinebeck 2015 exclusive colorway. So you could only get this at Rhinebeck, and people were mobbing the booth for it. So I felt pretty lucky that I was able to get it. And I think it's really pretty. It's mostly greens, but then there's pops of purples and a little bit of blues in there. And these will make some really nice socks, most likely. Again, 100% superwash merino, 405 yards of hand-dyed fiber goodness. And then, again, from Socks That Rock, this is Silky, which is 81% superwash merino, 19% silk in Hue Inheritance, 360 yards. And like I said, you'll see this theme throughout the rest of my yarns as well. I was really attracted to yellows and oranges. I'm thinking because I was really happy to be outside in the fall. Just seemed to be what I was drawn to. So I just think that's super pretty. That was stop number 1, and I really had to rein myself in because all the colors were phenomenal and I wanted to buy them all, but I tried to be good and stick to my budget. That was only slightly blown out of the water by the end of the day. The next booth that we went to was Into the World, which was also kind of mobbed. the line was wrapping around the building. Between Into the World and Miss Babs, there were lines just everywhere of people trying to buy this stuff. So this is Wibbly Wobbly Timey Wimey Palindrome Paints Bakoku Sock. Bakoku, I'm not sure. In this color. And what happens with this is that the colors kind of swirl around instead of making specific, stripes. The stripes swirl instead of being even. So I'm kind of excited, and I really wanted rainbow yarn. I've been wanting rainbow yarn for a while, and I just never picked it up. So I saw this and thought, perfect. So again, reds, orange, yellows, then the rest of the colors of the rainbow too. I think that looks really pretty. So these might be a pair of socks soon. And if I go back next year, I made it a rule that I have to knit all this stuff up before I go to make it worth my time. Which we all know isn't going to happen, but it's a nice dream, isn't it? Into the World. Then we stopped at this, we stopped at multiple booths, but I'm talking about the ones where I bought stuff. We went to the Buffalo Wool Company, which is really cool. And this yarn is made out of 90% superwash merino and 10% bison down sock weight. And we all got these kits so we could do a knit along together after we left. So this is what it makes. This is what the hat is, and then there's mini skeins to make the color where it grows. And it comes with everything, including the strap, which I haven't decided if I'm going to put on yet or not, but it's kind of growing on me, so it might happen. And the color I got was like this. It's a little brown. It's not, the front looks like it's gray. The color I got was this brown, and then there's all the mini skeins. I think it's going to be really cool because it's made out of, it has that bison in it, which I think is really unique. Not going to say it was cheap at all. A lot of the stuff at this particular booth was pricey, but considering I didn't overextend myself, like they had these really gorgeous like gradient kits and they were super pricey. I think this was really worth the money just to be able to work with something with buffalo down in it. I think it's interesting. They've got a whole thing going for them with the buffalo, and it's really soft. Not something you would necessarily expect, but yeah. So that is their logo. Really cool. Really, really cool. So if I get a few more orders done by the end of the day and maybe get ready to do some obligation knitting for people, I might cast that on and get that underway. My last yarn purchase of the day was at Dragonfly Fibers. Again, another booth with a line out the door. So pretty much anyone that had a line out the door I felt like would be worth my time to sit and wait just to acquire some. So this is Pixie in the colorway African Daisy, 100% superwash merino, 475 yards, and I thought that was pretty and a little bit out of my comfort zone. It is jewel tones, but it's got like the oranges and the greens in it and kind of different colors than what I'm usually drawn to. And one of my goals was to kind of get out of my comfort zone at least a little bit. So I felt like I did that with this one, but specifically with this other one that I got, it's another Pixie in the colorway Turning Leaves, which not only is it not in my typical color palette, it perfectly sums up yesterday. The only color it might be missing is like a blue, but this is the color of what the trees were in Rhinebeck. If you were there, then you know what I'm talking about. This is a pretty accurate picture of what they look like. So I don't really knit with a whole lot of orange, so I think this goes with my goal of doing something a little bit different. And it's so soft. The colors that they had there were beautiful, just all the colorways. I'm surprised I was able to narrow it down to 2. So that was all the yarn I bought. I'm kind of surprised that I was able to pull that off, only going $30 over budget. The only thing on my list that I really, really, really wanted was a Turkish spindle. So one of the booths was selling Snyder spindles. They're handmade spindles from Wisconsin, and this is the URL if you want to check them out. And I'll tell you why you should check them out. Because not only are they really well made, but they have different shapes that you can get. So I got one that has sheep on it, but they also have ones with penguins. They had one with like some type of dinosaur on it. I want to say it was like a velociraptor or something. What's the one that like moves really fast? They had that one that was carved in there. They had a dog one. They probably had a cat one too. And they're all signed. And yeah, so I mean, it's just it's your typical Turkish spindle. And I just really wanted one because that seems like the thing to do. But I have wanted to try it. I think the way that Turkish spindles make you wind the yarn just looks a lot prettier than what you can do with the other spindles that I have. As beautiful as those spindles are too. And the wood is like filed really nicely, so it's very smooth. No chance of a sliver there. So that was my only non-yarn purchase, I guess, that wasn't food. And that was it. We had such a good time. The day went really fast, which you wouldn't think would happen when you're at some place for like the entire day. It was 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and it blew by. We went to the Ravelry meetup for a little bit, ran into one of my friends from college who also knits, so that was fun. And yeah, I mean, even though like the booths were insane, pretty much everyone was like really friendly, like we all kind of understood what was going on. But I am completely exhausted today. Everything hurts. My shoulders hurts from carrying bags around constantly and just walking all day. I think I might have sat down like 10 minutes the whole day. The drive back was really rough, especially like the last hour. I just wanted to be home, and I slept for 12 hours last night. So if it wasn't for the fact that I had a good grocery shopping today, I wouldn't even be wearing like clothes right now, and my hair looks like a rat's nest because I pretty much just rolled out of bed, put on my new shirt, and went about my day. So that's kind of, I guess that's everything. I'll insert some pictures here at the end. Erin also did a recap on her channel, Give Me Yarn 418. So head over there to check it out. She recorded a lot during the day, and yeah, that's kind of it. Make sure to watch that, and I had a really great time, and I hope that we can all get together and do it again next year too. But I did say that I should start saving money now, because otherwise, I mean, if you're going to travel all that way, you really should bring enough money to buy a whole lot of stuff. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. I hope you like my yarn stash. I know you guys appreciate it more than probably my husband did when I was showing it to him. And I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Bye.